Cupboards wrapped in plastic, the triple X brothers became the double X brothers. And white dough, white life becomes important. Furniture licks and pants at you during inappropriate times. The color red is the ultimate cop-out. Whipper is my middle name. I do neighborhood ornaments. We won't survive. Kill? It is an option. My mother taught me. I swear. Teach me how to gather stones, and I'll teach you how to emit the black bile. Walk the town with head down, never looking up. It's all right if you aren't looking up. It doesn't take a Puritan to know when another fellow is denying himself earthly pleasures. Please don't alert the fuzz. The ship you was contained on only lent the alert to someone else's U-boat. In these hairy times, we don't need any more fuzz. Came upon a windmill. I won't let my children see it. Assassinate the finger puppet. Have we met before in previous skin? Wing-tipped desert cactus hoarder need a rope. Everything after everything. The one who never danced naked loves the man in the black cloak. Hold a dead man close. Hold a dead man close. Seal the attic with silly putty. Crack the cake. Bring back a wig from the future. Live the life of an elephant in the heart of the MC. In the very front row of the easel, when you would rather be at the beach, robust cowboy fixes a cobweb and knits a wave, turns away from the squid, doesn't believe in mermaids, overthinks the liquid. School tank is suffocation. Hollywood is a blank stare from a dying child. The shape of factories is the shape of your mind. Don't hold a dollar bill to your ear. Speak your mind. Live in the right hemisphere. Roll up in a paper bag. Start telling more lies. Evaporated milk secretes from your bicycle. A man balancing on a telephone wire screams, "Egg collector?" I'm no egg collector. Read my meter. I'm alive. Take my truck. It's orange, mostly orange. It's the year of the truck. First of all, I never killed nobody on account of a heat wave. Second of all, I loved your mother. Sizable black dots in your future only pay once a year. You don't need oxygen to drive a tractor trailer. We've decided that Steven poses us no threat at this time. Pig bladders on Sunday doesn't make anybody feel okay. Unlock the door. Sadness is sold by the yard. We need a room for the lion. Another word for family is pride. If you oversleep, another life is waiting for you. You can fall out of the box now. You can climb into somebody's waistband. Maybe blow a harmonica solo. Don't do my finger any favors. Statistics is the language of the dead. And statistically speaking, the undead have always lived in your heart, not mine. Death is perfection. Jesus took a wife and he realized it was a mistake. So he buried her alive. What is it about pyramids that inspire fear in the bravest of men? To be alone, to live in an aluminum, to live in an aluminum can. Let's climb a canyon. Maybe move beneath the soft rocks, the naked clay, wounded sand, and then from outer space there comes the light, a light that emits from between your eyes. The corpse's brain was removed through its nostrils. Its spleen was then sewn in its mouth. To know nothing I wish to know nothing. The only man I listened to dragged an axe through the desert. The Holy One, the one containing pink nothingness, again nothingness. The flower opens and another great composer dies alone, remembered by few. You can clap your hands, stomp your feet. in this body, in this plane, we must realize there are no mysteries. They've all been solved. And yet you can't walk away from your words. Is knowledge pain? I fucking hate Shakespeare. I remember Tennessee. I remember the toilet bowl prayers, the foraging of the sacred, the ruins of African American musicians. She asked me if I was a believer. She asked me if I was bitter. She asked me if it was 9 a.m. I had no answer. I still don't. There were bodies discovered between the sentences she spoke. The rides in the country gave way to unrest in the cities. The kites flew at half-mast. The children despaired. Still, the old men masturbated. The old women pretended they didn't notice. The lunatics remained free. Park benches were raped and mutilated. Cumulus clouds gave way to banknotes, and then calm fell. Dreams are the only reality. I didn't say that. I did not say to plant a tree. I did not say that. I did not say to plant a tree. And we can crawl through the forest on our hands and knees. Because if you can live in the ocean, you can live anywhere, anywhere. Sadly, the apocalypse never materialized. I'll be home for Aunt Jemima's birthday. The practice, the talking of the square. The subject is snow, but the color is not white. It sounds like a bell, but there isn't anything ringing. It's more like hell, and that's not because it rhymes, it's mountains are blind and the clouds are nearsighted. The ocean is the closest thing you've ever had to a lover. Climb the day. Accents realize they own the creator. With our impulse for turmoil, we broke down and we cried, no, blow not into the reed, blow as a father. Discuss it out of doors and inside, in the swords, in the with-ups, the chin-ups. The mythology. Car crashes never seem to plug your ears, and right lanes have suffered. Fish sticks in heaven. When the tribal elders realized that violence was civilized, they beheaded the witch doctor and devoured his entrails. Cutting through the fog, the young men with their rusted guitars and their mastless ships. Placing one hand over your heart does not ensure that it will continue to beat. Riding the train, bringing back the head. It's cold outside. I'm bleeding to death. There ain't no cameras allowed in heaven. That's what the tour guide said. My future sons are in the basement. They're all dressed in red. If you're feeling loose, you better hold on tight, 'cause old Charlie Dickens was right. This is no time for a Saturday night. This is no time for a Saturday night. I beg you. The bell drips. The little drums burst. How can honeycomb, hexagons, Narver existed? We shart in earth. We crawl in our hands. We try not to laugh. We want to show the gods that we too are immortal. The world is heavy. We'll follow. We'll follow you. Don't worry. New flesh, same as the old. All souls been sold. Nothing feels right, 'cause we're all in the wrong. 3,000 Sundays since I done you wrong. There's no evil in heaven. Gonna head out west. Take a holiday. Gonna head out west. I know you won't follow me. It's been 3,000 Sundays since I've done you wrong. There's no evil in heaven. The Romans are always coming up with new ideas. They believe they invented the cotton gin. A funky hat goes a long way. That's what the Romans used to say. Cotton filled the mouths of the women and children. Steel wool sprouted from their nostrils. Man is a devil, ain't he? Man is the devil. He must be. The Romans believe in olives. I only believe in love, and I find it nearly impossible to love a tree, but I might be persuaded to fall in love with a beautiful hat. The wind don't blow here. We'll never reach the moon. I've known you for air. Solids, liquids, gases, herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, teenage flu, scuffed shoes. Where'd you find that drug? Pies on windowsills, the smell of shit on a cold winter's night, a strand of Beethoven's wig gently inserted into your urethra, uptight anarchists at your church, runaway children at your sister's wedding. Shake a fist, bury a stick in the sand. Everyone will understand. You are not in love with this world. Shake your fist, sever your right hand. Everyone will understand. You are not in love with this world. Come on home from the war. Ain't got a radio. Can't phone nobody that I don't know. The illness again. Significant others castrate themselves. It's an ordinary hex. Your name in feces at the zoo. Express pleasure with a cold stare. Wonder why heaven is so cold. And you realize the story was based solely on the truth, but that you were raised on fiction. The impure eye winks. Sex yourself. Confirmed with worms. Investigate paint. Staring at a poem. Fabricating diseases. Magic awful sits between the sane. At ease, no less. Fun? Fun is not so fun. Magic awful rests between the sane with blood on his teeth. Every day I stitch a K in the air, and a night so thin, so pale, resembles my twin. I've heard it said before that Nazi life is the simple life. There is no pain anymore. We're all dressed up in our finest, not for any occasion. We don't want to talk about the things we know. As the wooden crosses burnt that night, we wondered to ourselves what was wrong and what was right. It's hard to find your way. The glass cracked, your toes hardened. Holly's woods were better than Jim's. Jim got defensive, claimed no soul was without sin. The sun went down and the sun came up. Holly filled her plate, and Jim emptied his cup. The mountain is waiting. Go to him. The mountain is waiting. Float to him. Not everyone gets off on violence, but everyone loves an explosion. The mystic is levitating. The mountain is still waiting. We can shut the door anytime we want. Let us keep it on Mars. The question is, can we keep it that far away? What if I told you everything is going to be okay? Then what? The end is warm. Farm toe. Worship me. Translations vary. We agree unanimously. You should take a look at my soul in its limited edition case. Looks wonderful. Everyone agrees. I'm not a native. I sleep when I can. Turn and face the clock on the wall. You can't escape time. It's a natural fact. Nocturnal and fat, my enemies and I. Nocturnal and fat. Slept a million years on another man's back. Burning matches in the noonday sun. False skin falling from your shoulders. Murmur to myself that I ain't got to hold her. Murmur to myself that I ain't got to hold her. Nocturnal and fat, my enemies and I. Green faces don't come from outer space. Green faces were born. Not in laboratories, but in hospital beds and swimming pools. Rolling around the bed of religion. Fake grass that is natural law. The death grip that is politics. There's no need to burn the mattress. It won't find you here. The land winks at you. The sea curses your name. Wear your guts to bed.